Good afternoon and welcome to the 11th Annual MMEA Instrumental Clinic hosted by Belleville Band. On stage, you have the Livonia Middle School Orchestra and their directors, Michael Rais and Phil Quackenbush. They will be performing Beyond the Thunder, Morning Lights, and Dragon Slayer. Please help me in welcoming them to the stage.
Good afternoon. How are we doing? Good. So show of hands, who's from Frost Middle School? Raise your hand. Fantastic. Hands down. Emerson Middle School? Fantastic. 7th graders, raise your hand. Fantastic. 8th graders? Beautiful. How many rehearsals did you have together as a full orchestra? 2? Like 1, 2? I couldn't tell. Could not tell. That's a good thing. That's a really good thing. And again, you're different ends of the school district, so coming together. And do you have, like, do 7th and 8th graders, do you guys all play in the same class? Okay, so you got 4 different classes, 2 different schools, 2 rehearsals. And the stuff we're going to talk about is all the fun stuff. It's some balance things, it's some clarity things. We don't have to worry about notes. We don't have to worry about rhythms. You guys did a really fine job. It's a beautiful sound. That's the one thing I noticed, and you'll hear, on my, recording, that I commented a lot. Basses, bravo. I could always use more. There's beautiful sound. Sometimes I think and we'll play with that a little bit. But overall, your ensemble blend and balance. There's some really nice things. So let's start with. Let's just start with Beyond the Thunder. So this whole beginning, I like the feel. I like the mysteriousness of it as we come in and just with the cello and bass, and then as we start adding layers. One of the things we're going to talk about is as this piece progresses, the most important thing is to remember that we're either going to have a primary line, we're going to have a secondary line, and sometimes we're going to have a tertiary or just a small little rhythmic or harmonic line. And what we need to just make sure that we're doing is always balancing out those voices. So we're going to start from the beginning. Cellos, your dynamic level was perfect. So I like the energy, I like the drive. Basses, I want you to play just a little bit louder. It says piano, but you were playing so soft that I could hear you, but I want to feel that sound just a little bit more. So don't be afraid to play that out just a little bit. Let's just start from the beginning, and then we'll go till I cut you off. Here we go, very beginning. Here we go. And if my tempo's a little too fast, just tell me and we can start over again. Here we go. Ready? And 1, 2, ready. Good. Okay. So now we've got this little dee 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 dee. You've got the rhythm, but is it musically going anywhere? Yes or no? No, it's there. It checks all the boxes. But musically, dee 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 dee. Every measure you can crescendo a little bit. 1 and 3 and 1 and 3 and dig into that just a little bit more dynamically, just to bring that out a little bit more. So basses, even more. Here we go. Ready? Very beginning. Yes. Here we go. And 1, 2, beginning and dee 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 dee. And bring out a little bit more violas. Yeah, so it's the right idea. But as we stack the layers, every four measures, a new member of the orchestra comes in, yes? So when that new section comes in, that needs to be the dominant voice. So we start nice and strong for 4, and then we're going to back off just a hair. We're still going to do the same level of intensity, but violas, bring that out just a little bit more. And then as the second violins come in, and then the first violins come in, we want to hear all those voices, so we just want to make sure that we're not covering it up. Try it again, please. Great sounds, folks, great sounds. Here we go, one more time. And basses, even more, even more. Here we go, ready? And, oh yeah, 1, 2, ready, and. Yeah. And. And. Beautiful. Now drive it first, violins. And. Okay, beautiful. Yeah. So, does that sound a little different? Yeah, that's great. Yeah, everything that you did before, It was fantastic. Now it's just getting into a different level of just refinement. Now, first violins, when we come in at measure 11 and 12, can we put just a little bit more space between those notes, and careful that we're not rushing. Now, when we get to measure 13, bass and cello a little less. First violins, you're fine. Second violins and violas, can we bring that line out just a little bit more, that moving eighth note? Always want to hear the eighth notes. Let's start at measure 9. Do you see where measure 9 is? Here you go. Everyone's in measure 9? Here you go. Ready? Measure 9. And 1, 2, ready, and 1. And 1. 1. Yeah, off the strings just a little bit. There it is, beautiful. And yes, yeah. So it when we focus on just bringing out certain tone colors and certain parts, it opens up the sound of the orchestra. It sounds a little bit fuller. It's a little bit more balanced. It's just a matter of understanding everybody in this piece is going to have an important line, but we're not always going to have the same important line all the time. Now, if I had another hour, we could do so much more, but let's take out Morning Lights real quick. Let's start right at the beginning. So again, the same things that we talked about in the first piece. If you got the half notes, make sure we're driving on 1 and 3, balancing out those voices, but making sure that the moving melody in the violins comes out just a little clearer. Here we go. Ready? Lots of energy. Here we go. Very beginning. Here we go. And 1, 2, ready. Good. That's probably my fault. Was I going too fast, or? Let me hear violins. Let me just hear the violins. Here we go. Ready? D, 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 D. Here we go. 1, 2, violins, and go. Good. Can we come off the strings just a little bit? D, 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 D. So we're going to bounce on 1 and 3 on the quarter notes. We're going to put a little bit, I'm sorry, 1, 2, and 3. Put emphasis on 1 and 3, but we're going to lift on 2 and 4. D, 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 D. So just a little bit more lift. Here we go. Ready? And 1, 2, ready, and 1. D, 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 D. Yep. So we want to feel it's like an irregular heartbeat. D, 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 D. So 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Pressing into those notes, but keeping the eighth notes nice and lifted. Here we go. Everyone again, beginning. Here we go. And 1, 2, ready. 1. And 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3. And all right, now as we start adding layers, the style that we have in the beginning with the violins, that needs to transfer throughout the ensemble as we start adding in these quarter and eighth notes. So the same thing, measure 9, when we add the violas in, D, 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 D. A little bit more lift. Here we go. Try it one more time. Measure 9, starting at measure 9. And we'll go to measure 17. Here we go. Ready? Measure 9. And 1, 2, ready, and 1. Good job, cellos, bass. And now get softer here, and soft. Now exaggerate, grow, and 2 and 3, and good. Yeah, let's do this. Can we exaggerate 15 and 16 even more? We start really full, which is fine. Try to get as soft as possible going into measure 16, and the same thing, just turn that volume back up so measure 17 is the fullest point so far. Let's start back at measure 9 and just watch me. We got a little bit of time left. You guys play really well. Here we go, measure 9. And 1, 2, ready, and. 1, 2, 3. Now Exaggerate, soft, soft, soft. Now grow, 1, 2, and 2 and 3. Yeah. You guys are so smart. I absolutely love it. Let's just do a little Dragon Slayer just for the sake of it. So your response to just everything that a complete and total stranger that you just met like 8 minutes ago, that is telling you, I just love how quickly you react and fix things. That's fantastic. So I'm getting the hook. So let me just hear just a little bit. Let's go to the beginning up to 11. Same kind of thing with the dynamics with the crescendos. If you see crescendos, watch me. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Beginning. And 1, 2, ready, and 1. Yeah, drive in 3. And 1. Now grow. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, and softer. Yeah. All right. So, just fantastic job. If I have not said, if you've not thanked your directors, please do, because you're receiving fantastic instruction for two different schools, 2 different grade levels, 2 different classes to come together in a very short amount of time to play as fine as you all do. This is fantastic. 8th graders, if you've not signed up for orchestra next year in high school, please do. Make sure you do that. 7th graders, make sure you sign up for 8th grade orchestra next year. Thank you very much. Bravo.